Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. As always, hope you're doing great today. As you can see, we are back with Real Racing 3 and I decided to make another video of how you can make infinite money, fame and gold into this game without hacking or cheating the game. And I decided to do a short version of the video because I have done another one on a live streaming, but obviously the live streaming was too long, so I thought maybe it's better to do a shorter version of this game, of this method, not game, to show you how you can do infinite money, gold and fame into this game. And first of all, I'm crashing because obviously I'm playing live and talking to you guys and I have to think what to say, and yeah, I managed to screw that up, but anyway, I think we will get this. Anyway, I decided to stop at around 500 kilometers. So basically, first things first, for this race you need the endurance race on the Porsche test track on road circuit, the short version, which is one of the races which you can get this to work, because in this endurance race, if you manage to get to the perpetual point, then basically you are going to be able to get infinite amount of time and infinite amount of kilometers, or let's say you can do how many you like, because obviously you are going to get bored by going over and over again the same circuit, and it's going to take a little bit of time. But hey, at the end, this is a legit way. We are not cheating and we are not hacking the game, because as I told you on the live session, by hacking and cheating there comes too many risks which I don't think they are worth taking. So definitely I don't recommend cheating or hacking the game, especially since we have a way to do it on the legit way, because at least for now it's, let's say, an opportunity to take into consideration to get let's not say infinite, but a really big amount of money, fame and gold, and obviously leveling up, buying more cars, upgrading and so on. So after you go into the race, the most important thing first, before we get into the race, is that you need to have the faster car that you can get, and obviously the higher tier car you can get, because we know that generally a higher tier car pays you better than a lower tier car, and obviously it's more controllable, it's faster, and you will get more kilometers from a better car, and obviously with more kilometers come better payments, so you will get more money, more fame, and obviously at the end more gold and more level up. I am using this Porsche 918 RSR. I also used the Audi Le Mans ultra light version, which is another car which I can get to the perpetual point into this track. So for the moment, these are my best cars that I can use into this one. Maybe it's possible with slower cars, but I don't think so, because there is too much going off-road into this race, and the slower cars, I don't think they are good enough to get to the perpetual point. For all the people that don't know, the perpetual point, basically it's the point where the bots, after a certain amount of kilometers and time, the bots get, as you can see, very close to each other, and they are very much spread onto the circuit. So basically with this kind of spread out, you are going to be able to fill up the time and getting as many laps and kilometers as you like. But obviously the most important and difficult thing about this race is the beginning, because you have to start the game, and for the first 18 to 20 kilometers you need to be as fast as possible and obviously not crash, because if you crash, that is going to make it very difficult to get to the perpetual point. But if you are fast enough and careful enough, you are going to get to the perpetual point around 18 to 20 kilometers. If for some reason you have crashed, it's going to be difficult to get to the perpetual point, but you definitely need to know that if you don't master this track at the beginning, obviously it's not going to be possible for you to get to the perpetual point. So basically, again, the first thing you need to do at the beginning, at least for the first 20 kilometers, is get as fast as possible and not crash into the bots, also not slide into the grass, and also not crash into the wall, because that's the worst case scenario. For the settings, you need to have all the settings on off, steering, braking and traction control, because otherwise you won't be able to do this, yeah, that's for the beginning. After you get to this point in here where you see many bots on the road and near each other, that's the cue that you have gotten to the perpetual point. And after you have gotten to the perpetual point, it's not anymore a matter of being as fast as possible, but it's just a matter of being constant during the race. It's not needed to be to go as fast as possible. And the way to tell this if you are fast enough, at least for me with this car, with my kind of driving, is that there are very let's say 3 points, major points, where you need to pass the bots. In here, for example, there is no need to go fast, there is no need to risk and pass the bots, because these are very tight turns where you may slide, you may spin out. So basically the main points are this point in here where you pass the bots. You can pass 1 or 2, it depends on the position of the bots. The next place is this place in here, this double chicane, when you can pass 1 or 2 bots, depends on the placing. And in here again you may pass 1 or 2 bots. These are the main places where you need to pass the bots. Sometimes you can even pass them here, but it's risky, so be very careful. I suggest you stay behind the bots, just stay behind them, and obviously get as fast as possible out of the corner. The one way you can tell if you are going if you are doing well, if in this stretch in here you are at around 80 seconds on the clock, then you are good to go. If you are slower than 80 seconds, then you need to up a little bit the pace. Also in here on the main straight where the finish line is, if you are around 80 seconds on the clock, you are good with your pace, with your driving pace. If you are slower than 80 seconds, then you need to ramp up a little bit the pace, not too much, to catch the lost time, let's call it this way. So that's how you get a constant speed, let's call it this way, and see if you are going good or if you are doing bad. So basically you begin constructing a pattern of your racing line, let's say, and the places where you pass the bots, so you can replenish your time. So basically that's it. Then it's just a matter of patience, because obviously it's going to get boring going round and round in circles into a track, but hey, it's a legit way which we can use, at least for now, till they patch it, because they may patch it. Maybe they may patch it for example, when you go to first place, when you get to first place in an endurance race, then they might make that the bots do not appear anymore. And don't be afraid to go off track, because it's more important not to hit the cars and the walls than going a little bit off track or braking a little bit more, because again, it's not a matter of being super fast, but it's a matter of being constant when you get to the perpetual point. So yeah, then you can keep it for how long as you like. At the end, another way you can profit from this one, obviously, as I told you, you can use a higher tier car and a faster car, which will pay you more. We know that basically the developers from time to time, they give us bonuses. For example, we may get 25% more money on the first race, or we can get 50% more fame, sometimes up to 130% more from the first race. So you can use these days to make one of these races, so you can get even more money and fame and obviously getting more gold and levels up, so you can be able to buy more cars and progress into the game. But also we all know that you can use the manager and the agent to get double the amount of money and double the amount of fame out of the track that you are playing. So every time you play this one, you can even buy them with gold, even if you have used them, because they cost only 1 gold. And at the end of this race you are going to get level up, and for every level up you get, I think, 22 gold. So it won't matter if you buy the agent and the manager with gold, because you will make that gold up very quickly. So I have used the manager and the agent for this race. Also today the developers had 25% more fame out of the first race, so this is the first race I'm doing. As a matter of pace, with my speed, with my current pace, without losing any time, I can do around 3 kilometers per minute, so you can get an idea how much time it needs. Again, it's going to be boring, but anyway, it's a legit way which you can get a huge amount of money, gold, fame and level up. So you can decide how many you can do. So I have gone 520 kilometers. I have seen people going for more than 2,000 kilometers into this race. It's possible, maybe they were 2 or 3 boys and girls, or I don't know, or maybe just one. Maybe he played for, let's say, 8 hours, maybe more. I don't know. You can calculate that, but I say that it's possible. For example, if you have a better car than this one, maybe a legend car or a car from the LMP1, maybe you can get even better payment and better kilometers, because again, I can do with this one, let's say 3 kilometers in 1 minute, which means that with an LMP car you can do maybe 5 kilometers in 1 minute, so you will get very good payment. Okay then, so now I will let my time go to 0, let's call it this way, and see what I have earned for this amount of time and this amount of kilometers, so you guys also can have a better idea what you can expect to earn with this kind of car. I'm on the exclusive series, because with this car you can play on the Pro Series also, if I'm not mistaken, or Elite, I don't know, I don't remember too well. In the exclusive it gives me a little bit more payment, that's why I have done this one. You can do it yourself. I mean, you just grab a car, do for example like 30 kilometers, and by doing 30 kilometers you know for sure that you have gotten to the perpetual point, and you have a certain amount of kilometers, 30 kilometers, and then you do it the same thing with another car, and at the end see which one pays you more, which championship and which car, let's call it this way. So this is the way how you find it, with which car and championship you win the most. Okay then, moment of truth. It's really a little bit sad for me to stop the game right now, but hey, okay, manager, as you can see, 2 times more money, and obviously agent 2 times more fame, and the 25% more fame that I had from the game. Okay, 1 level, 2 levels, 3 levels up. Okay, 3.5 levels up with 26 kilometers, not 30 kilometers, and 66 gold today, 22 gold for 1 level. Okay, let's hit continue. How much money? Okay, around 1 million, not around, but $1,656,000 or our dollars, and 323,000 fame. If you catch a day where they give you If I'm not mistaken, yesterday the game gave me 110% more money from the first race, and I got a really huge amount of money out of that race. I did, I think, 400 kilometers, and I went ahead and bought a car which I shouldn't have bought. So yeah. Okay then, that was it for today. Hope it was helpful for you guys. Obviously you can decide what you want to do, but this is the way how you can get infinite amount of money, gold and fame without cheating or hacking the game. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Hope again it was helpful. If so, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content like this. Also turn on post notifications so you never miss one of my new videos. And yeah, as always, catch you guys on the next race. Bye bye.